Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Friday. It is the 20th of September 2024. Gonna look at the featured 8th race from Belmont, the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the featured 8th race, which is a very good allowance optional claimer, purse at $92,000. Races fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards, number 120,000 on the main claim starter, staple allowance race, which never won 2 races, an optional claim price $50,000 here. We have a field, an oversubscribed field of, let's see, 15 horses entered, 13, 14, 15 are MTOs, 12 1A are AEs. We'll be down to a field of 10 horses, if I'm not mistaken, going to the, a field of 9 horses, or something like that, going to the turf course, the outer turf course to be exact, the 1900 meter journey, or mile 3/16 on the outer turf course. Rails are far out, 36 feet for this week, so just keep that in mind. Top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 8 horse, Pretty Anna. We're going to go 8, 5, 11, 10 in the superfecta. 8, 5, 11, 10 super, top selection 8 horse, Fast Anna, or Pretty Fat Anna, excuse me, this 3-year-old filly by Quality Road. Chad Brown trains, Flavian Pratt gets the mount. The horse's first time on turf wasn't bad at all. That was 16th of August, Saratoga, mile 16th on a good melon turf course, an optional 80. He finished 5th by 3 3/4 lengths that day. He had the check a few times, which cost him, but he looked like he was getting down the race course well. It looked like he was handling it. I think getting an extra furlong from that last race, getting Flavian back up, I think this horse could really run a good race, and I think getting Flavian and Brown at 6-1, you don't get that very often, so when you see it and the horse is live, you better, make your wonder with it. But I thought he ran okay with everything after all said and done with that last race at Saratoga. It was his first race on turf also. He ran prior to that in the Asmussen Care at Churchill, a mile 8th 1st of June, an optional 100 claimer where he finished 7 by 10 lengths that day, and he was wide, and he just wasn't catching the winner, who just had the jump on him. What can you do? He just got beat by a better horse that day. And then third man, the slop at Churchill, mile 16th, an optional 100. He finished 5th by 5.5 lengths that day. A little bit tight going into that first turn from the inside. He had 12 other horses, seems like, going on the inside of him, and he just was never comfortable that day. And then Keelan going mile 16th, an optional 100. He finished 5th by 5.5 lengths. He was wide, just never really getting into it. But his fairground race in his maiden victory on the 13th of February is quite impressive, going a mile 16th. Winning by 3/4 length. He really put on a show that day. He's trained well at Belmont, the train track, since the last race. He could win. I think the 5-horse Dancing Dean for Belmont and Junior could win also. Ran most recently at the Spa going mile 16th in that similar optional 80 race, where this horse finished 3rd by 3 lengths, but because they had to disqualify the winner, Vino Rouge, who's running back in this one today, this horse played 2nd through disqualification. He finished 3rd by 3 lengths, stupidly wide late, but he really got a great turn of foot. Prior to that on this Saratoga, mile 16th on the melon optional 80, he finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths, very rambunctious before the race, but again, that explosive turn of foot. He won going here a mile in a main special weight back in June off the long refreshing, win by 1 1/4 lengths. He really had a good turn of foot to win, closing him to not the fastest, but slowest pace in the world we ever had either, but it was still a good run. Coming here at 4-1, he could get a piece of it. His turn of foot lately has been very nicely done. And even the 11 horse here, Sassy Princess for Frankie and Brennan Walsh. This horse's most recent running at Ellis, that race, he was just wide, just kind of hit the wall that day, sitting close to a slow pace. The race 4 back Goldstream in March, if she runs that race today, she could win here, where she was drawn stupidly wide. She had a wide trip, and she runs that race like she's at Keelan afterwards, where she just got caught at the wire. She could win here. Frankie's probably going to stem from the outside. Let's see how far he goes at 12-1. This, when the rails are out, the speed really holds up, so just keep that in mind. But to recount my selection for a very good 8th race here on this Friday afternoon from Aqueduct, gonna take the 8 horse here, Pretty Anna. Give kudos to the 5-horse Dancing Dean and the 11-horse Sassy Princess. 8, 5, 11, 10 super, 8, 5, 11 in the multi-race. So good luck to them. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.